what do you think your key differentiators are? What are you going to focus on as you set up the new firm?
Very few financial advisors are comfortable with fixed income, particularly individual fixed income. The default is to buy a mutual fund of fixed income. And my differentiator for my clients is, I believe that individual fixed income plays a huge part in their portfolio. I also feel that using fixed income, either insured municipal bonds or the appropriateness for the client is always paramount, but we can assure a portion of the portfolio against losses. And I think that's a very fulfilling and satisfying thing for the client to have in their pocket, to know that, hey, this much of my entire net worth is assured in some way. I find that to be very, very powerful. So my differentiator is going to be my ability to actually go into the bond market. I know what a sinking fund is, not in theory, but in practice, how that will affect yield on a client's investment. I know what bonds should do in a current environment, and in a potential future environment. And not a lot of advisors are really comfortable with trading bonds or understand them particularly. And then the other differentiator along the same lines of owning individual bonds is also owning individual stocks. Nothing against mutual funds. Mutual funds are a very practical and useful tool, but not all mutual funds are alike. And if it's to the point where I, after 30 years in the business, am not able to figure out what is actually inside a mutual fund, I don't want to put my client in it. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's good. But at the end of the day, I want to be able to have an understanding of what's in it. Because once I know what's in it, I can have an expectation of what it might do in certain environments. If I don't know what's in it, I don't know what it's going to do. I can look at the past, but managers change. And portfolio managers change, so there's not a necessarily straight line between what a fund has done in the past and what it will do. So, the differentiation is going to be around, particularly doing, individual assets for individual clients, for individual portfolios and customizations, particularly around bonds and fixed income.